All right. So let's all come to a nice, comfortable seat. And before we even do anything, let's give the shoulders a nice little wiggle out. They might be extra holiday crunchy or road trip stiff. So just kind of noticing what's going on. Oh, you can start to switch directions. Okay, let's roll back again. Oh, and then go ahead and just take your hands on your thighs, maybe scoot forward in your chair a little bit so you're really finding the center of your sit bones, rooting down there, peek down at your feet. Make sure that you're landing with your knees over your ankles. And then as you sit tall here, as you root down into those sit bones, you're feeling your shoulders stack over your sit bones. So the spine is nice and long. Maybe the chin is like just gently tucked a little bit so you feel the cervical spine long as well. Allow your eyelids to close if they haven't already. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth. Sigh the breath out. Any tension you might be feeling. Just do that a few times at your own pace. So of course, the holidays are a lot of fun. It's great to see loved ones, but they're also kind of stressful, a little chaotic sometimes, kind of get us out of our groove, which is a good thing. But just notice if you're carrying any stress along with that and just let it go. Just knowing that we're going to take the next hour to move a little bit, to breathe, have a little yoga, a little self-care, kind of a little reset. And then as you're ready, you can start to inhale through your nose and then also exhale through your nose. So you start to create that soft rush of air in the back of your throat. Really bringing your attention to that sound. And so everything happening in the room that you're in, as much as possible, try to let it go. Thoughts that are coming in and out of your mind, again, just sort of let them melt into the background as well. Sometimes that's even harder. And just know that it doesn't have to look perfect, and that some days it's easier than others. Do a little check-in with your shoulders again. Notice if they're starting to creep up around your ears. If they are, just gently soften them down, release them down. Maybe there's some tension in your fingers or toes. See if you can release there. What's going on with your face and jaw? So yes, there is some effort to sit here tall like this, but we also want to release work in the places that we don't need to be using right now. So excess tension we don't want. And then let's just be here. So I'm going to stop talking for a few moments. You're going to just be with your breath. You're going to be with the quiet. Good. Take a nice deep inhale. Open your mouth, sigh the breath out. Gently blink your eyes open. And let's move into some cat-cow here. So start to warm up the spine. So as you inhale, you're going to rock forward. This is like a cobra pose in the upper body. Shoulder heads pressed back, elbows squeeze in, arch in the lumbar, lower back. And then as you exhale, you move in the opposite direction. So chin towards chest. You're rounding in the thoracic, the upper spine. And then just connecting this simple movement with your breath. And it might be a little different than my pace. But you're just finding this rhythm, the steadiness of movement. And you're paying attention to your spine, to how it's feeling today. Where is the movement easy? Where does it feel a little congested, a little challenging? Beautiful work. If you'd like to get the arms involved here, the next time you're inhaling, maybe you stretch that right arm forward any amount. Really try to generate that movement from the shoulder socket. And then you can add the opposite arm on the next inhale. Nice. If you're adding the arms, you're just kind of noticing how the shoulders are feeling today, the neck area. You can always do a little less if it feels particularly intense. If you'd like to add both arms for a few rounds, you're welcome to do so. If you've had enough of the arm movement, you can, just stop doing that at any point. Do another little check-in with your breath. So just making sure that you're still inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Good. So if you're doing opposite arm, just finish up on your left side. Let's all come back to a nice tall seat. So make any little adjustments that you might need to. And then let's go ahead and exhale. Drop your chin towards your chest and then keep those shoulders releasing down. So just imagine that somebody is gently pressing down on your shoulders. So getting into the back of the neck is probably pretty tight. Always do less if you need to, especially if there's a lot of sensation that feels particularly intense. Do a little less. Things will start to open up. No need to force it. Good, let's inhale, lift our chin. Exhale, you're gonna drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. You're gonna feel that stretch to the left side of your neck. Again, you're just going as far as you need to right now. Visualize your exhale going to any places that are tight. Creating a little space, creating a little ease. Let's inhale to center. And then exhale, left ear to left shoulder. So you start to feel that stretch to the right side of your neck. How is it different than the left? Do a little check-in with your shoulders. Again, make sure that they're not trying to help out. Let's inhale up to center. And then let's just do that little sequence again and just see how it feels, doing it this second time. Welcome, Amy. As you exhale, chin towards chest. Shoulder blades releasing down your back. So they're releasing towards your sit bones. There's even this sense that they're squeezing in towards each other a little bit. Even with the chin dropping towards your chest, there's a sensation of chin, or rather chest lifting ever so gently. Couple more breaths here with our chin towards our chest. Good, let's inhale, raise the chin, and then exhale. Again, just drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Maybe it's feeling like things are loosening up a little bit. And of course, if that's not happening yet, that's fine. So let's add on this side. So you're going to keep your right ear towards your right shoulder, but you're going to also tuck your chin in. And that's just going to shift where you're getting the stretch. Might feel it in some slightly different places. It might intensify things a little bit. You can always try, a variation. And if it's not working, you just go back to where you were. Breath is constant here. All right, so just lift your chin up, inhale back to center, and then exhale left ear towards left shoulder again. So no tuck here, just several breaths, revisiting this ear to shoulder position on the left side. Second time here. And that smooth, steady inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. Maybe doing your Ujjayi breath. Good, gently tuck your chin, keeping that left ear towards your left shoulder. Again, just noticing where that shifts the sensation that you're getting. Couple more breaths. Gently lift the chin. Inhale back to center. And then let's go ahead and just bring our fingertips to our shoulders. And we're going to make some little shoulder circle arm rolls here. And it's going to look different for all of us depending upon how open the shoulders are. And if for whatever reason this movement doesn't work for you, again, you can just go back to those just really basic shoulder rolls with arms by your sides. Beautiful. Nice variations happening here. All right, so switch directions. We're all doing the chicken dance here. Getting some smiles. I love it. Good. And then let's just bring elbows in line with shoulders. Stretch the arms out wide. You might be feeling a little burn in that shoulder. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, twist to the right. And then exhale, just release hands down. So just coming into a nice basic twist here in your chair. And especially starting out this first twist of the day, you actually just might have your left hand on your left thigh, especially if this is a little more challenging in your body. And just finding a little leverage with the hands to help you press those shoulder heads back. So again, it's a little bit of our cobra pose feeling, even though we're in a twist. You're still rooting down into your sit bones, lifting tall through the sides of your waist. Couple more breaths. Perhaps you're bringing your gaze in the direction of your right shoulder. Good, deep inhale. And then as you exhale, you unwind. All right, let's inhale, take the arms out wide. And as you exhale, you twist to the left. And again, just release, hands down. So that right hand might come to your left thigh. It might be on your right thigh. Grabbing a piece of chair with your left hand. Gently encouraging the shoulder heads to press back. So thinking cobra pose in your upper body. Breath smooth and steady. Perhaps bringing your gaze towards that left shoulder. Good, deep inhale. As you exhale, go ahead and unwind. Come back to center. Let's do a couple more twists here and then some forward folds. But we're going to do our leg variation. So our eagle pose legs. So if you do have blocks handy, go ahead and set them up on either side of your feet. And if you don't have them, don't worry about it. Let's go ahead. And so option one is you could just stay with your legs exactly like this. That's perfectly acceptable. If you would like, perhaps bring that left foot slightly in towards the center, so moving it to the right, and then take your right thigh and cross it over your left. So coming into these eagle pose legs, pressing into your sit bones here. And then you can, just think of that image of corn cob holders pressing into your outer hips. It doesn't hurt, I promise. But you're getting that containment. So it's like everything is squeezing in. Maybe you sit a little taller. Maybe it's just an idea that counts. And then again, let's just have a really basic twist here. So in fact, let's inhale, reach both arms out wide. Exhale, twist right. Good, inhale to center. Exhale, let's twist left. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale to center. And then this time we exhale, twist right. And then go ahead. And again, that basic shape that we just had in our previous twist in the upper body. But maybe it feels a little different in your lower back. Maybe it feels like you have a little more movement. So you're able to wrap those left ribs to the right a little more. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your nose. Breath smooth and steady. And then keep your upper body in the twist, but let's just bring our gaze out over that left shoulder. Keep pressing it back. And then maybe drop that ear towards that left shoulder. So again, just getting into the neck a little bit. Maybe it feels a little more intense. Go ahead and lift the head, lift the chin. Deep inhale. Exhale, unwind. And then we're going to take a little forward fold here. So you might just take your hands to your legs and extend forward any amount. This might be a place where you bring your hands to blocks. So blocks are just nice. They help to bring the floor a little closer. You could be placing your hands on a table or chair or a desk in front of you. Even wall would work. And with the legs in this configuration, you might be, noticing forward folds are usually pretty intense for most of us, but you might be feeling more of this in the inner thigh groin region with the legs like this. You might even be feeling a little more sensation in your lower back than you might otherwise. So come up higher if you need to. And know that you don't have to, go very deep to get a lot of the benefits of this forward folding. Got a few more breaths here. Beautiful work. So we are going to inhale, roll on up, and then we're going to do one more twist to this side. You can stick with the twist that we already did. So arms wide, you twist and release. In fact, let's all just start out the same. So inhale, arms stretching up. Exhale, twist to the right. So again, you can release hands down. If you'd like to play with a slightly different variation, maybe you bring your palms together and press them vigorously. You are welcome to stay upright here. If you want to tilt this forward, so hooking your left elbow to the outside of that right knee, thigh, and then vigorously pressing your right palm into your left, you're welcome to do that. And again, it's going to just give you a slightly different sensation. You're going to feel the stretch in some different places. These look fantastic. Even here with the arms in this configuration, can you keep your shoulder blades squeezing in towards each other? If you're feeling very adventurous here, maybe you stretch your arms out wide just for a nice deep inhale. Yeah, nice work. And then exhale, go ahead and unwind. Inhale, slowly roll on up. And when you get there, one more time, give those shoulders a little wiggle and go both directions. Nice. And we'll take that little sequence to the second side. So we uncross our right thigh. And just know side to side, it can look completely different. So just because crossing the right thigh over the left works doesn't mean that it's going to work on this side. So again, you could just stay right here in your Tadasana pose. That is true for all of the work that we do. If you're going to take that left thigh over, walk that right foot in, just bring it over to the midline a little more. And then you can take that left thigh over your right thigh, and you make any little wiggles and adjustments here so that you can feel your sit bones press. And then again, find that action of outer hips squeezing in, even if it's just an idea. Maybe that thought helps you to sit a little taller. So we are in our Garudasana eagle pose legs. We're going to inhale, take the arms out wide. Feel those shoulder blades squeeze. As you exhale, spin to the left. Inhale, we come back to center. Exhale, little twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, we twist to the left. Good. Inhale, we come to the center. Exhale, we twist to the right. Inhale, center. And then exhale, twisting here, releasing hands down. So a little leverage with the arms so you can press those shoulder heads back. You're thinking cobra pose in your upper body. Breathing, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. And so for the first several rounds of breath, you might be moving towards bringing your gaze out over that left shoulder or in that direction. Where are you getting sensation in this side of your body? How does it feel different than the other side? Good. Keep your upper body in the twist, but just bring your gaze out towards that right shoulder. And then drop your chin if that feels okay to do so. Shoulder blades really squeezing in towards each other and releasing towards your sit bones. Sternum gently lifting. We're all pretzeled up here. All right, as you inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, you unwind. And then again, we find our little forward fold with the left leg crossed on top. So again, you might just have hands on thighs and you lean slightly forward. And just the tiniest movement, you could be feeling a stretch. Maybe you want to go a little further, so hands might come to your blocks or to some sort of prop in front of you. And you're breathing, you're sending that exhale to the places where you're feeling sensation. You're getting some stretch where it's a little intense. Listening to that sound of your breath, that inhale through your nose, that exhale through your nose. All right, let's inhale, roll up. And then again, we're going to twist to the left, but this time, you can take a variation if you want. So let's inhale, take the arms out wide. Exhale, twist left. If you want to stick with the first twist that we did, you release your hands down. Otherwise, palms come towards heart center. They vigorously press in and out against each other. You could stay upright here. Maybe you hinge forward. So we just kind of did that forward fold. Help warm us up. So maybe you're hooking your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. And really pressing that left palm into your right palm. You're feeling those right ribs wrap up towards your ceiling. These look excellent. You're breathing, really trying to bring a little emphasis to the inhale, which can feel a little constricted when we're in these deep twists. And then again, if you wanted to, for one final deep inhale here, spread the arms out, see how that feels. Good. Exhale, unwind, so just come to center, and then inhale like you're a little rag doll, you roll on up. And give the shoulders a little wiggle out. Nice work. Let's go ahead and come back to our Tadasana, mountain pose. So you can uncross that left thigh, find your little setup here. And let's just move into a few rounds of our Surya Namaskara, our sun salutes. So landing with your knees over your ankles. And again, you might have your blocks set up here. Let's release our arms down by our sides. Feel those shoulder heads press back, your sternum gently lift. Inhaling, arms reach out and up. Maybe gaze up, maybe press palms. As you exhale, you can swan dive in, or you can use your hands on your thighs to help you roll on down. So coming into that forward fold again, and it doesn't have to be deep. Inhale, you might take your hands to your blocks. Hands could also come to your shins or to your thighs. Chest lengthens forward, gaze comes forward. Exhale, fold in. And then inhale, you can use your hands to help you roll on up. If you want to get into the core a little bit, maybe you do that reverse swan dive up, whatever feels best for you here. You can mix and match. And then exhale, hands come to heart center. Really beautiful. All right, let's do another one together. Inhaling, take up space, Utthita Hastasana into Dasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, extend Ardha Uttanasana. Nice. Exhale, back into your Uttanasana. Then root down, take up space as you rise up. Maybe gaze up, press palms. And as you exhale, hands come to your heart center. So you're going to do 3 more of these on your own. You can follow along with me if you want, or you can move with your pace. If you're not feeling sun salutes, you can just return to your cat-cow. You could also just sit quietly. So kind of just a moment here to play around, to find your rhythm. Find your flow, to just enjoy how it feels to move here if you're doing these sun salutes, the cat-cows, or to sit quietly if you're in just your still mountain pose. All things are really good. Really soaking up that sound of your breath. It's like your little soundtrack here. Good. When you're done with your 3rd round, just pausing with your palms together at your heart, you can close your eyes, and there's no rush to get here. Checking and noticing how you're feeling. There might be a little heat inside your body. Your heart might be beating a little faster, or your breath may have sped up. Just observing all of these sensations. Good. From here, gently blink your eyes open. So let's move into a little hip stretching. Let's just keep it like very basic today, more of a long hold, almost thinking of it more kind of like a yin. So a little longer hold, but pretty basic shape. So a couple of options. If it is available to you, you can take your right ankle, cross it above your left knee. Like I said, we're just gonna be here in this position for like 2-3 minutes. If this isn't available or not working in your body today, your other option is to simply open up that leg any amount. So essentially just coming into kind of a version of our Warrior Two legs. If you are in this position, just make sure that your knee is over your ankle. If it feels like you need a little more work, you can press your right hand into your thigh. It's like you're going to press that right knee back behind you. And then conversely, if you are in your seated pigeon pose, maybe you're taking your hand and pressing down towards the floor. You can be here with your eyes open, just keeping your gaze soft and gentle. Because we are holding this a little longer than we sometimes do, however, you might actually find that it's nice to just close your eyes and really bring your attention to that sound of your breath. In fact, maybe you even turn this into a little breath work. So perhaps inhaling to the count of 6 or 7 or 8. And then exhaling to that same number. Noticing if your attention wanders a lot. When we're in a more static pose as opposed to flowing with the breath a little more, sometimes that's a challenge for a lot of us. The thoughts like to kick up. Can also be very kind of confronting and challenging if this is a pretty intense stretch in your body. So just observe if that's coming up for you. And then finally, just do a little scan. Are you gripping in places where you don't need to? Are your shoulders creeping up around your ears? Is there tension in your face and jaw? Can you soften in those spots? Got a few more breaths here. Hi, Scott. Popping in for a few more minutes before the end of the year. All right, let's take one more deep inhale. Open your mouth, sigh the breath out, ha. And then one final time, a little forward fold in this pose. So either with your legs in Warrior Two, again, hands on blocks. If forward folds are pretty challenging and you feel a lot, hands might be on your thighs. If you are in your seated pigeon, hands on shins works really well. And as you forward fold any amount, just notice where the sensation, the stretch shifts, how things get a little intense in different areas. Notice if you've lost that thread of your breath. Maybe return to counting the breath if that was helpful for you here. All right, let's inhale, slowly roll on up. And then we'll move into our second side. So that hip opening on the left side, again, that might look like your seated pigeon pose. If that's available to you, you might be gently pressing your left hand into that left thigh. So it's like you're releasing that knee towards the floor. If that isn't working for you on this side, and remember, it can look different side to side, that's fine. And just find any amount of like Warrior Two in that left leg. Just making sure that your knee is approximately over your ankle. And then we've got a few minutes here. So again, close your eyes if that's helpful, if that helps to draw you inward. If it's better to keep your eyes open, just keep your gaze soft and steady. Perhaps inhaling to the count of 5 or 6 or 7, and then exhaling to that same number. And maybe that just helps to focus the mind a little bit. Again, it can be kind of challenging to be more static in poses, especially if there's a lot of sensation in your body. Always just observing where tension might be creeping in. So working in the places that you need to. But softening in the places that don't need to be involved. Breath smooth and steady. Couple more good breaths here. Good. A nice, smooth, deep inhale. And then exhale, you make your way into that forward fold shape, whatever that looks like. You need not go very far. And it's just going to shift where you're getting sensation, where you're feeling the stretching. How does this side feel different in your body? Couple more breaths here. And on your inhale, slowly start to roll on up. Good. And then you can uncross that left ankle, walk that left leg in. So returning to your mountain pose, Tadasana, sitting nice and tall and just rooting down into your sit bones, feeling your shoulders stack over your hips. There's a little sense of cobra pose in the upper body. And let's move into some breath work here, some pranayama. So moving into our Viloma I breath, so our 3-part breath with retentions. And then just find your comfortable seat. Allow your eyelids to close. Take a smooth, deep inhale through your nose. Full, complete exhale through your nose. You're going to inhale 1/3 of the way up, so just to your belly button, and you're going to pause the breath. Inhale another 1/3 of the way up, so to those floating ribs, those lowermost ribs, pause the breath. Inhale all the way up underneath your collarbones, little lift of your sternum. Turn the breath around, exhale through your nose. And then just a couple rounds of recovery breath here. So smooth, steady inhale. Full, complete exhale. And just do that a couple times. Good. So let's inhale together. Full complete exhale together. Completely empty at the bottom. Maybe pull lower belly in and up. Little pause. Inhale 1/3 of the way up. Pause. Inhale another third of the way up. Pause. Inhale all the way up underneath your collarbones. Pausing the breath. Slowly exhale the air out through your nose. Couple rounds of recovery breath here. So I invite you to do 3 more rounds of that on your own. If it's not working for you, you can start to move towards like a quiet meditation or even Shavasana if that feels better. But as you're ready, you can play with your Viloma I breath. Maybe your retentions look different than what we just did together. So just kind of finding your rhythm. And in between each cycle of Viloma breath, just take a couple of rounds of normal breathing. If you're still doing your Viloma breath, just take your time. But eventually we all start to move towards our final resting pose, some form of Shavasana. So you might not change your posture at all here. You might just stay exactly where you are, but just see if you can change the feeling tone of where you're at. So it feels a little easier, a little more relaxed. And you might actually come into some form of child's pose. So resting your head on chair, desk in front of you. You might come into classic Shavasana on the floor if that is available and feels good. And the key here is just finding this sense of relaxation, of surrender, giving your body and brain the opportunity to assimilate the work that we've just done together this past hour. And then just, again, enjoying this stillness, soaking it up. Asato ma satgamaya. Tamaso ma joyti gamaya. Mrityorma mritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Take a deeper inhale. Open your mouth, sigh the breath out, let it go, ha. And then start to bring a little gentle movement to your body. So circle ankles, wrists, wiggle fingers, toes, stretch out, anything that feels good to you here. Just bringing a little movement back to your body. You'll eventually land with your hands in a pile on top of your heart. So final check-in, noticing how you're feeling here. Sending yourself love and gratitude, your body love and gratitude, showing up for working. Let's send 2023 love and gratitude as we move into the new year ahead. Let's send each other love and gratitude. It's really a treat that we get to meet most weeks, do some yoga together, share this sense of community. So just promise yourself you're going to carry this good feeling with you into the rest of the day, week, year ahead. And just bow your head with a smile. Beautiful work. Great to see all of you. Happy New Year.